Hello everyone! In today's tutorial, we're diving into how to create fast, impactful phasing effects using moving head fixtures. We'll start simple with 4 movers, break down the technique step by step, and then scale it up to 6 and eventually 8 movers to show how the effect grows in complexity and visual impact. This tutorial is perfect for anyone who wants to add dynamic, energetic motion to their light shows, whether you're just getting started or looking to refine your programming skills. Let's jump right in and get started. First, make sure all your fixtures are added and patched correctly. Next, create an 8-bar auto loop with intensity and color settings. After that, create a position folder and give it a name. I named mine 4 robots, but we'll be using these same 4 positions throughout the entire tutorial. Inside that folder, create 4 position cues and name them 1 through 4 for easy reference and a smoother workflow. To begin, let's start with the 4-mover version of the effect. This will help us understand the basic structure before we scale it up to 6 and eventually 8 movers, especially since we'll be keeping some of the same settings throughout the entire process. First, start by setting your 4 main positions, as these will form the foundation of your phasing effect. Position 1. Move the lights toward the left side of the room. Position 2. Aim the fixtures straight ahead, either directly forward or toward the dance floor. Position 3. Shift the lights to the right side to complete the side-to-side movement pattern. Position 4. Finally, tilt the fixtures upward or toward the ceiling. Now, select the channels for your movers and add a position override. This will allow you to control their positioning independently and apply the cues exactly the way you need for the phasing effect. Next, add position 1 at the beginning of the first mover's channel and again at the end. After that, insert positions 2, 3, and 4 in order. Then repeat the sequence from the start until you reach the end of the auto loop. This creates a smooth, consistent phasing pattern for the first mover. Now, copy the pattern you created and paste it onto the remaining movers, but offset each one to create the phasing effect. For the second mover, paste the pattern 4 bars later. For the third mover, paste it 8 bars later. For the fourth mover, paste it 12 bars later. This staggered timing is what creates the smooth, rolling phasing effect across all 4 movers. Now, adjust the starting positions for each mover to create a more dynamic phasing effect. Second mover, start with position 4 at the beginning. Third mover, start with position 3, then continue with position 4. Fourth mover, start with position 2, then continue with positions 3 and 4. This staggered placement enhances the rolling motion and adds depth to the phasing effect across all movers. All done. Now play the auto loop and see the magic happen. Now, let's upgrade the effect to 6 movers. By adding 2 more fixtures, we can make the phasing effect wider and more dynamic. We'll apply the same position cues and pattern logic as before, but we'll adjust the offsets so all 6 movers move in a smooth, rolling sequence. First, create position overrides for both of the new movers. This will allow you to control their movement independently and integrate them seamlessly into the existing phasing pattern. Then, for the first of the new movers, add the position cues starting with position 4 and work backwards toward position 1. This reverse sequence helps create a more dynamic and layered phasing effect across all movers. Next, copy the pattern starting with position 2 and paste it onto the 6th mover. Then, fill the rest of the auto loop with positions 4 and 3. This ensures the 6th mover follows the phasing sequence while adding variation and depth to the overall effect. Now, play the auto loop and carefully test the effect across all movers. Make any necessary adjustments to positions, timing, or offsets to ensure the phasing looks smooth and consistent throughout the loop. Now, let's complete the effect by adding 2 more movers, bringing the total to 8 movers. This first version keeps the existing movements for the original 6 fixtures. We'll extend the same phasing pattern and position logic to the new fixtures, carefully offsetting their cues to ensure a smooth, rolling motion across all 8 movers. First, set the same position cues for all 8 movers. This ensures that every fixture starts from the correct orientation and allows the phasing effect to flow smoothly across the entire setup. First, copy the existing pattern from the second mover, and paste it on the first mover starting from the fourth bar. Then add the first attribute queue at the beginning. Alternatively, if you prefer to do it manually, start with the first attribute queue and work backwards, adding Q4, Q3, Q2, and so on. Then finish at the end with the same first attribute queue. This ensures the new movers integrate smoothly into the overall phasing sequence. For the 8th mover, do the same thing. Copy the pattern from the 7th mover and start applying it from the 4th bar. This keeps the phasing consistent and ensures the rolling effect flows smoothly across all 8 movers. Then complete at the beginning with the one that is last in the auto loop. Now, play the auto loop and carefully test the effect across all movers. Make any necessary adjustments to positions, timing, or offsets to ensure the phasing looks smooth and consistent throughout the loop. Now, if you prefer or want to start from scratch, there's another method to achieve the phasing effect with 8 movers. This alternative approach allows you to build the pattern in a slightly different way while still maintaining smooth rolling motion across all fixtures. Actually, it's the same method we used for 4 movers. Simply follow the same steps and replicate the pattern across all 8 movers. Start by setting the position cues for each mover, then stagger the cues across the auto loop to create the rolling phasing effect. Make sure to carefully offset each mover by the correct number of bars so the motion flows smoothly from one fixture to the next. By maintaining consistent speed and following the position sequence, the phasing effect will remain even, fluid, and visually seamless. With this approach, your 8-mover setup will produce a polished, professional look, just like the 4-mover version, only bigger and more dynamic. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like and share. See you next time.